In Cairo, a must-see attraction is the Egyptian Museum in the city center. Although the newly built Grand Egyptian Museum has opened its doors, this museum remains one of the most influential attractions in Cairo. This museum, built in 1901 and designed by the French architect Marcel Durignon, is a pink neoclassical building. With its brick and stone walls, symmetrical structure, classical columns, towering dome, and elegant arches, it stands as a testament to the significant contributions the French made to Egyptian archaeology. The ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs were deciphered by the French. The fountain in front of the museum is planted with lotus flowers and papyrus. The lotus flower, blue water lily, represented Upper Egypt in ancient times and was a symbol of the sun, creation, and resurrection. Papyrus, mainly used to make papyrus paper, represented Lower Egypt and was a symbol of life and fertility. The Nile River flows from south to north into the Mediterranean Sea. The upper reaches are in the south, hence ancient southern Egypt was called Upper Egypt, and the lower reaches are in the north, called Lower Egypt. In the center of the fountain are two sphinxes and an obelisk, neither very large, but they are genuine artifacts, not replicas. Egypt has so many ancient artifacts that they leave genuine treasures exposed to the sun and rain. It is said that these are sphinxes from the Old Kingdom period, belonging to Pharaoh Khafre. Khafre was the son of the famous pharaoh Khufu. His other sphinx is the one that every person on earth recognizes, the Great Sphinx of Giza. Two statues of goddesses stand on either side of the museum's main entrance. The goddess on the left holds papyrus in her hand, while the goddess on the right holds a lotus flower. Above the main entrance is a bust of a goddess, wearing a headdress adorned with animal horns and a sun disk. This is Hathor, a goddess from ancient Egyptian mythology. She is the goddess of love and beauty, wealth, dance, and music, and is also considered the goddess of the sky, femininity, and fertility. It's interesting to compare this modern depiction of Hathor with ancient Egyptian representations of the goddess. The differences are quite significant. Above the bust of the goddess Hathor, there is an inscription in Latin. Monuments of previous eras of these lands were collected here by Prince Abbas Hilmi, 1900 AD, 1317 AH. The museum once had a sales room where antique dealers or collectors could bring genuine ancient Egyptian artifacts and other original relics to the museum for inspection every Thursday. If the museum staff had no objections, the items would be placed in pre-made wooden crates, sealed, and approved for export. This is how wealthy individuals in Western countries acquired ancient Egyptian artifacts. This sales room was closed in November 1979. Now, no matter how much money you have, you can't buy ancient Egyptian artifacts anymore. Upon entering the museum, proceed straight ahead to the Central Exhibition Hall. At the entrance to the Central Hall are two standing statues of pharaohs. Inside the main hall, you can see the most prized artifact, the Narmer palette. It's considered the most precious treasure because this artifact provides a crucial reference point for the history of Egyptian civilization. In one corner of the exhibition hall, there is a replica that visitors can touch. At the far end of the central hall are the colossal seated statues of Amenhotep III and his wife, Queen Tai. After exiting the central exhibition hall and returning to the main entrance, turn left and proceed clockwise to visit the various exhibition halls surrounding the central hall. You'll find that these halls are generally arranged chronologically, covering the Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, New Kingdom, Late Period, and finally the Roman period. The treasures are countless. Among them, the most interesting is the small ivory statuette of Pharaoh Khufu, which is as tiny as a fingernail, creating a striking contrast with his massive Great Pyramid at Giza. The second floor houses the special exhibition halls for artifacts, and while the most famous Tutankhamun exhibition has been moved to the Grand Egyptian Museum, does that mean it's no longer impressive? Not at all. For example, the artifacts of Sesens I are equally magnificent. There are also public restrooms on the second floor, which is very important for everybody. The museum building has a gift shop at the exit, and beyond the gift shop is a garden. In the garden is a monument dedicated to Egyptologists, commemorating the development of ancient Egyptian studies as an academic discipline. 25 Egyptologists are honored here for their outstanding contributions, including approximately 6 Egyptian scholars and the rest being European scholars. There are also some simple food and beverage facilities in the garden. There are no instances of staff at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo soliciting tips from tourists while on duty. Inkfish recommends that you definitely don't miss this historic museum with its rich collection. Please like and subscribe.